Paulie Malignaggi, Tommy Ray known. This is Tommy Ray and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast. What's going on? Another big episode where we discuss all the intangible stuff about the gambling aspect of boxing. And of course, there's always a schedule, but especially for the degenerates. The degenerates will gamble on anything, Tommy. You know how that goes. But, end of the year is actually, you don't need to be degenerate to really get into the boxing schedule. Some good fights coming up. We had Ortiz and Lubin last week. This coming week, we have several. The big one is obviously Conor Benn and Eubank Rematch, Eubank Jr. and Rematch, and also Jack Catterall fighting. Who is this? Is this the guy that beat Josh Taylor?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. That guy is a big effort guy. He was able to outwork Taylor. Let's just jump right into it, man. We also got Rafael Espinosa and Arnold Kagay. Kagay is a guy that I'm familiar with at Pro Box. He's fought once or twice on Pro Box. Actually, I saw him when he got beat by Joe Gonzalez. But here we are, man. What are you thinking?
What do you want to start off with? Espinosa?
Yeah, let's go with Espinosa, and then we'll go into the British guys, the UK guys. Let's go with Espinosa and Arnold Kagay. Kagay is a durable guy. He's a Ukrainian, but he's actually from Korea. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he's born in Ukraine, but he represents Ukraine. But I believe the kid is Korean. Either way, he's pretty one-dimensional from what I've seen from him. I don't know. I've seen him a couple of times on Pro Box, and he's pretty durable or pretty one-dimensional. What are you thinking?
I saw him fight Fulton. Effort guy, like you said. A lot of effort, though. Not the most talented or skilled guy in the world, but a lot of effort. He made Fulton very uncomfortable, but Fulton doesn't have that same firepower that Espinosa has. Fulton's not a big fighter. Fulton's a slickster. Obviously, there's a huge size differential here. Espinosa is huge for the weight class. Espinosa wins the fight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that because this guy is not a big puncher. So if he was a big puncher, I would say that Espinosa, there's always the chance for the knockout upset. But this guy, again, is an effort guy, and Espinosa is a skill guy and an effort guy because Espinosa throws a lot of punches on his own end. It's just
you think he can stop Kagay? You think Kagay can be stopped here?
He's never been stopped before. To my knowledge, he's never been dropped before. So this is a tricky one. This is the kind of fight that I lean towards either a 12-round decision for Espinosa or a second half stoppage, a 7 through 12 kind of breakdown stoppage.
Yeah, I think Kagay's too one-dimensional for Espinosa. Like I said, I've seen him. He takes a pretty good licking though. Even Joette in the Pro Box fight that I saw, Joe Gonzalez started beating up on him pretty good. He's durable. You said he's durable. He's durable,
and he's not horrible defensively. I mean, he picks off a lot of shots. He's got good glove defense. He doesn't move his head a ton, but he's got good glove defense. But he presses forward. He throws a lot of.
Tries to make you uncomfortable himself with that pressure forward, but it's kind of one-dimensional pressure,
Yeah. So as you know, for oftentimes offense is defense, and that's kind of this guy's.
What are the odds on the fight going a distance or Espinosa on points?
Right now, those props are not up for that fight because we're filming this a little early in the week. The money line is not worth touching. It's minus 2,000. There's no value there. So,
but I think Espinosa on points. Kagay seems pretty durable. Maybe get your odds a little bit better. But either way, we love the parlay aspect. Remember that everything we discussed in Tommy and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast is not gambling or investing advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes. But we do like the parlays, to get the odds changed up a little bit. So, even though you're working with minus money, either way with Espinosa, you mix it up with a couple other picks, and you can better your odds.
But here's the thing, Paulie. Now the props are not up yet. The props are up for the other fights we're going to cover. The props are not up for this fight yet. But I'm imagining that Espinosa on the decision is going to be plus odds, and I know that Espinosa for the 12 specifically is most likely going to be plus odds. So I might do it on both ends where I know I'm going to lose one bet, but I know I'm going to win the other bet. You understand?
Yeah, but you wouldn't put them in different parlays,
like a throwaway pitch. So I know that I'm going to start off with maybe a plus 150 situation, and then I can parlay that into the plus 400 situation.
Okay, all right. That discusses that. Obviously, Kagay durable, and that's why we sort of
But also, Paulie, the option. Also, what I've gotten away from, which I want to get back to, is just the over. Sometimes just a simple over 8.5 rounds, over 7.5 rounds. I can't go over those options for this fight right now because all those props are not available. But I'm thinking the fight to even go over 7.5 is going to be something in the ballpark of like a minus 120. So that's something. That's also a sexy bet.
Yeah. So it's actually a really nice one for this one.
Yeah, so maybe an over 7.5 rounds, and then also the knockout to back it up. So then you can win one way or the other. Or if it's a late
Yeah.
stoppage, a ninth round stoppage, 10th round stoppage, in both directions.
Yeah, and of course, building a parlay is each and every person's responsibility. You build it responsibly, you build it correctly. You can actually allow yourself this leeway that you're talking about. When done correctly.
Yep.
Let's move on. Jack Catterall, and what is this? What do you say this guy's name?
I don't have the Esman.
Esman. Yeah. Guy really shocked Josh Taylor. Obviously, it was a shop-worn Josh Taylor, but he really made things uncomfortable. He's a real durable guy for me, and he's a guy who can press and make you real uncomfortable. And as Josh Taylor found out, if you're not up to par, if you're on the night, he could outwork you and beat you. What do you think? What does Caterall have enough left? Does Caterall have more left than Josh Taylor, or have they both gone off the rails since facing one another?
Catterall's got more left than Josh Taylor, yes, but again, this guy's got a gas tank. This guy's an effort guy. He's not a big puncher, but he's going to press. He's going to press Catterall. The problem I always have with Catterall is he just doesn't throw enough punches, and I've mentioned this on breakdowns of his fights before. The guy's a great counter puncher. He's defensively responsible. He's accurate. He's got very good accuracy, but he just doesn't throw a lot of punches. So it's like those rounds are always up for grabs. There's always swing rounds involved, and these are the reasons why this guy, although he got robbed in the first Taylor fight, but this is why this guy, as talented as he is on a world-class level, has managed to never win a world title yet. And who knows if he does or not? I mean, the sand is kind of
typically. Tommy, when you're that kind of fighter, you're not going to just change and become more active in your older age.
No. If anything, you're going to do as your skills diminish a little bit, as your endurance diminishes, as your gas tank depletes a little bit, you're going to throw less, right?
Yeah.
Might even wonder. This fight, just to keep it safe, Paulie, it's minus 450. It's not great odds. This fight's going the distance 100%. Neither guy's a big puncher. Neither guy gets hit a ton. There's gonna be a lot of swing rounds. We're looking at a majority of split decision type fight. It's gonna be very close. I mean, I would lean towards Caterall, but again, he makes these fights very close, Paulie. Very, very close. And he's into the guy.
And Esman will work here, and he can get a decision, as Josh Taylor found out. So because he's over in the UK as well, right? He's in Newcastle, I think, or something. So
he's in the UK. He's got momentum and confidence on his side coming off that Taylor win. I mean, he can only improve from that, right? I mean, gotta feel good about where his career is. His career is in the best position it's ever been in before. So the fight's going the distance. That's going to be my.
What the odds on the distance fight going the distance though?
Minus 450. So it's not great.
Okay. Not great, but he throws a little something in there and combine it with some parlays, and it could work out in one's favor.
Yeah. So this fight's the kind of fight that's going to go the distance. It's just a matter of which guy do you like, because there's going to be a decision for that guy. I don't see a knockout happening in this fight. So if you like Caterall, it's going to be by decision, and if you like Esman, it's also going to be by decision. I'm sticking with the draw. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with the fight going the distance. I might, just for the odds perspective, for the underdog at something in the ballpark of like a plus 200, Paulie. I might throw it on Esman.
A little throwaway bet as well. Yeah.
When all things are equal, go with the better odds, right?
Yeah. And Esman showed that if you're not up to par, he can work you, and he's hungry. Which you got to wonder if guys like Caterall or like Taylor, where at this point they're a little shop worn and maybe not as hungry.
Yeah, I lean towards Esman a little bit here. Now, also keep in mind, if his can't put together a proper game plan, if you devise the right game plan and you say to yourself, this is how many punches, you're going to get 40 punches out of Caterall around. We want 60 punches from you around. We want 70 punches around. Whether they're landing or not, the effort's going to be put in. The judges are going to respond to that, or it could be fooled by that, right? Yeah. And in his own right, he's also a defensively responsible guy. He's not an easy guy to hit himself. It's not like he's eating straight left hands all night. So there's going to be a lot of swing rounds. Again, this is the kind of fight that is going to be a majority or a split type fight, but it's going the distance. In a situation like that, I'm gonna lean towards the effort guy, the guy who's going to throw more punches and maybe impress the judges more. So I'll lean towards that one for the upset.
And judges do tend to like that kind of stuff sometimes,
100%. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Conor Benn and Eubank Jr. Is Catterall on the Conor Benn card?
I'd be lying if I believe it is the same card, but I'm not positive. I don't have access to my cell phone right now.
Okay. What are you thinking? Conor Benn and Eubank Jr.
Dude, it worked out for me last fight. I won on the last fight. I believe that Eubank was a slight underdog in the last fight, but I had him for points. And You talk about a fight of the year candidate. That fight was incredible. And I don't see any reason why this fight's not going to live up to similar expectations. I think it's going to be a war again. I think fight, what adjustments can really be made after round 5, after round 6, and after the skill set begins to deplete a little bit. Both guys are tired, and both guys have eaten some shots. Then it comes down to balls and heart and character, right? And both guys
and I like that both guys showed that. They're not just guys living off their last name. These guys actually fought to prove something last time, and you don't see that all the time with guys in their position. So I can respect that.
Oh, the fight was phenomenal, Paulie. The fight was phenomenal, and
because of their decisions that they made in there, you got to give them credit.
Yeah. I think the odds actually weren't terrible for the fight to go the distance. They were either between minus 170 and minus 200. I'm going blank right now on specifically what they are, but I kind of see this fight going the distance again. Can Ben make certain adjustments, be a little busier, steal some of those swing rounds? Because that first fight was close. If you remember, Eubank ran away with those last 10, 11, and 12, those rounds, but he really separated himself. So
do you angle towards Eubank winning? Because if you angle to Eubank winning, I think it's points. I think
it's correct. Yeah, exactly. I see the fight going distance, and I do angle towards Eubank winning. I mean, strange happen. Can Ben catch him with something? Sure. He's still a smaller guy. It's still
seems like he's a stronger guy though, because I don't know if Eubank's depleted at the weight or whatnot, but it seems like Ben's a stronger guy. Interestingly enough, right?
Yeah,
he's only starting Eubank.
And from my understanding, they have the same weight stipulations they did for the first fight. Everything's kind of the same contract,
Man, that means right now Eubank is not a happy person making weight on fight week.
Oh, you remember who he looked like for that first fight at the weight?
Yeah. Drawn.
Yeah. So I was worried about that, but I'm going to go with Eubank for the decision again. I'm going to go with the fight going the distance first and foremost because I like the odds. The odds are good, and if you parlay that with Caterall going the distance, now you're in the play situation. But on my other bets, I'm going to go with Eubank for the decision again. Or I might even, I might just stick with Eubank for the money line because the fight is that close on the odds perspective where you don't got to get greedy.
Yeah.
Worst thing that would happen is that let's just say he shuts Ben's eye and they stop the fight in the 8th round and you lose your parlay because you bet the decision instead of just sticking with money line.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So, and the odds are close enough you can get and go money line, right? The odds are close again.
And remember, Paul, when I do that, I'm covering 3 out of 4 bases, right? Because if I go in the distance, the only way I can get hurt is if Eubank gets knocked out.
Yeah.
If I do that on the money line and I got the fight going the distance, there's only one way to get hurt.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
So I'm going to do separate parlays on that, but I'm going to have the Eubank money line. I'm going to have the fight going the distance. Yeah.
The skill of building a parlay. That's why we have Tommy and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast. That's what Tommy specializes in. We hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of Tommy and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast. I'm Paulie Malignaggi. That's Tommy Rainone. Enjoy the fights, guys. We'll see you next week. But remember, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think.